This is the April the 12th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you, and the weather on the One's Forecast Center. Let's begin, first of all, with a look back at the time-lapse imagery from yesterday. Kind of an interesting go of it on the time-lapse as our Monday rolled along. We began to see some thicker high clouds roll in very late in the day as this next storm system began to creep a little bit closer to us. And that's what's bringing us some rain in many spots across the region today. Now, your temperature in Charlotte for a high yesterday made it up to 74. It was a very comfortable day across the region. 78 the high in Columbia, Fayetteville 77. It was 76 for a high in Raleigh. Low to mid 70s for most of the Triad viewing area, mid 70s for most of the Charlotte viewing area, a little cooler back toward the foothill areas. All right, so this morning, as I cut the video during the 5 o'clock hour, temperatures ranging from the upper 50s to the lower 60s across the Piedmonts and mid 60s up and down the Carolina coast, even the mountains in the 50s. As we've gone through the past couple of hours, there's the shower activity working through the region. There's the last 6 hours of radar data, and again, I'm cutting this video during the 5 a.m. hour. This activity developing ahead of an incoming cold front, which extends from the northeastern part of the country down to just west of the mountains early this morning. And notice the coverage of the rain beginning to blossom here as this front works on in. I do think a pretty good amount of rain around for a chunk of the day and then tapering off from northwest to southeast later in the day. Now there's your heavy rain, where there's been a lot of flooding issues through parts of southern Alabama, Mississippi, back into portions of Louisiana. Now, the severe weather threat today is extremely limited. I really don't think that's going to be an issue across the Carolinas. Very, very little in the way of instability or temperature changes with height that you need to get any significant severe weather going. Now, there's the high-resolution rapid refresh modeling. This ends at 5 o'clock this afternoon. So this is its depiction of the radar data through the day today. And notice there's the activity along a cold front that you see there developing that line of activity. And behind it, you'll get some clearing in the clouds. So it's going to be one of those days where you may actually have warmer temperatures in the northwestern sections of the state compared to areas further to the southeast. This is what the high-resolution rapid refresh modeling is indicating for rain totals between now and 5 o'clock. You get the idea there, half inch or so, some locally higher amounts. You go further across to the south across the state, similar totals overall, half inch or so or less in most areas. So there's your cold front working into and through the region. Notice that little bit of clearing trying to kick in behind it as well, and everybody begins to clear out east of I-95 tonight. Here's your highs this afternoon. Again, warmer actually in the foothills in the northwestern part of the state compared to areas further south and east due to some sunshine working in. And a little bit cooler then for your lows tonight. All right, so your Wednesday looks pretty good. Some clouds hanging tough close to the coast, but the rest of us seeing a good deal of sunshine. There's your Wednesday highs across the region. Thursday looking pretty good. Thursday afternoon highs look like that. Now watch this. Here's the upper level pattern as we get into Friday and the weekend. Notice the big ridge developing overhead this weekend and into Monday of next week. So here's the response in temperatures. There's what we're going with for Saturday's highs. The weekend looks fantastic. Sunshine all weekend long. There's Saturday's numbers. There's Sunday as the warming trend continues. And by the time Monday rolls around, probably 80 or better. All right, there. I think in a lot of spots. And I think we might even need to certainly bump up that Charlotte high temperature. The bottom line is it looks like a very warm start to next week. In the upper levels, there's the European model depiction of things this morning. There's your trough in the Great Lakes, a little piece of energy moving through the Tennessee Valley. That's what's driving our cold front into the region today. Now, this little upper level low cuts off over the Ozarks, but it really looks like the precipitation influences from that will stay off to the south and west of us. Here's the Canadian model. This is Thursday, and again, you notice some rain in Georgia and Alabama, southernmost South Carolina, just kind of a cool and dry scenario in North Carolina. You go out one day later, there's Friday, pretty similar weather scenario. The rain creeps a little further north into South Carolina. The GFS is pretty similar. There's this afternoon's rain working eastward. We get out to Thursday, and again, just kind of a cool and dry scenario. We go out to Friday, and again, that rain kind of staying focused off to the south of North Carolina. We get out to Saturday. Weekend looks good. That's a lot of sunshine for Saturday, a lot of sunshine for Sunday. This is what the GFS model is depicting for high temperatures around the region on Saturday afternoon and then finally on Sunday afternoon. Those temperatures probably a few degrees too cool overall. Now we get out into Monday, and look at that. There's your Monday highs off the GFS as that warm start to next week unfolds. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.